Alright, so when life hands you lemons, you make lemonade, right? So I'm broke down with the Rambler again. So make a YouTube video, right? You gotta put a positive spin on things. I don't know what's going on with it. I'll just be honest, and I'm a little aggravated with constantly having to have a reason to, or a way to figure out what's going on. So the thing is, when you get in to crank it, it shows that there's no electricity going to the dash or anything. Like, there's nothing, there's no juice. You know, it's been fine. I had it on the charger. I mean, I guess the battery's dead. But, like, there was a lady that pulled up here and I asked her if I could get a jump start and hooked up my battery to it. Nothing. No electricity whatsoever. Does that mean that the cell is dead? Like the battery's dead altogether and there's no charge in it? I mean, it cranked up perfectly at the house. It's that whole honeymoon syndrome. Everything's great here. You get down the road and kapow, you know. So my lovely and frustrated wife is on the way up here. She's not far. She's got a brand new battery in her vehicle. And if I can at least get a jump start, I can get this thing to a auto parts place and get another battery. I mean, I've had the vehicle for some years now, 4 or 5 years. I guess it's time for the battery to be dead. I knew it'd happen eventually. Hopefully that's the problem. If it's not the battery, I'm kind of stumped. I don't know if, I don't think it's the ignition. I don't know. I don't know enough about this stuff to know, but I'm aggravated. And I'm sitting here with Jacob. Okay, so here's the latest installment. I got my wife's father on the phone. He's a mechanic fella. He knows how to fix some stuff. Sammy, if you're watching this, hey, appreciate your help. Sammy was kind of walking me through it. He was like, hey, you know, if you blow the horn and you got no fire, something's going on there. Maybe you got a completely dead cell battery. Do you have a wire or something you could touch together to see if you got any kind of spark from your battery? I did. I had the jumper cables, so I unhooked them from Dolores's car, and I waited a couple seconds, and then I tapped them together, and I definitely had a spark. So that tells me that the battery is fine, but when I turn the key or do anything with the key, I have nothing on the dash. I have no horn, I have no lights, I have no ignition, I have nothing. Sammy's suggestion was if you could touch the positive and negative on the starter, you could circumvent the ignition and get it to crank. I'm gonna try that. I couldn't get to it because of the size of the motor and the size of the engine bay. There's more motor than there is engine bay to get to stuff. I couldn't even see which side of the motor that the starter's on. And crawling underneath it, the car sits so low I can't get to anything. So luckily Dolores was nearby. She met up with us and took us to the house so that we could get the truck and my jack and some tools. So we're gonna pull back up here and see what we can get going with this. Wish me luck. Okay, so luckily there was a place to get the car worked on right across the street. It's called Dunwright's. They're in Florence. Handed the keys off, showed him where the kill switch was so that he could get it cranked up, and hopefully hopefully they'll fix it. Hopefully.